Hey, how's it going? So, this is the start of a new series of this game that I really fancy trying out called The Council, which is by a French game developer called Big Bad Wolf, I think. I'm not sure if they've done anything else. I think this might be their only game. I'm not, or at the time of recording, this might be their only game. I don't know. Um, so I don't know a heck of a lot about it. Um, because I don't like to have all those kind of things spoiled. But my impression is that it's this um, sort of a narratively driven sort of game. I'm expecting it to be something like the Telltale series style games, a la The Walking Dead, or what was that other one that they did with all the fairy tale characters? You know the one. Um, Wolf Among Us, is that it? I might have made that up. So yeah, I think it's sort of like that, maybe. I'm hoping, but I think it's sort of one of these, it's sort of a whodunit mystery type thing. Hopefully, with lots of sort of either diverging paths or different ways of solving things and so on and so forth. And I believe there might be some sort of RPG type elements. I've got no idea how any of that is going to work. This is literally the first time I've turned this on, so let's see how we go. Ooh, look at this. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. Yes, I'd like to do save game one. So yeah, I think it's like episodic content. I believe I have them all. But settings first. Let's sort this out. Audio. Probably drop that down a bit. I go back. Video, yes. Smash it. Maximum. All delicious. Controls. No one cares. Alright. Hopefully the volume's okay. We'll see how we go. Let's do this. Ooh, France.
Stop! You're not getting anywhere with this, Von Borchert.
You know, I kind of get the same feeling, my dear Sarah. Listen. Nothing. Not a sound. No one's coming to save you.
That's what you think. The Golden Order knows exactly where we are.
By the time your ridiculous secret society turns up, I'll be long gone. As for you, nothing will remain of your body.
If you touch a single hair on my mother's head, I'll skin you alive.
You know, Louis, I have no intention of beating your dear mother. There are more persuasive ways of making you talk.
Do you expect me to talk?
You've stolen something from me that I intend to get back. Where have you hidden it?
Von Borchert, you can't sell that book on the black market anymore. This is finished.
We know you're planning on selling at one of Lord Mortimer's parties. All right? Just tell us who the buyer is and we can make a deal.
You've no idea of the trouble you've gotten yourselves into. Oh, but you will tell me where it's hidden. I can promise you that.
Stop annoying our host, Louis. Son, didn't what happened to you in Rome teach you anything?
Just a few more minutes and my concoction will be ready. With this, your bodies will dissolve in less than 4 hours. You'll see. It loosens tongues in no time.
You know, I have to admit, Mother, the only thing you've ever taught me is that damn motto of yours. Always remain rational. And open. I got it. I've opened our shackles.
Draw him over here. I'll take care of him.
Von Burchard! Von Burchard! Listen. Let's make a deal. I'll tell you where the book is if you let my mother go free.
Oh, what are you playing at?
Don't worry, Mother.
You want to play the hero. Pity you're not in any position to do so. For the last time. Where is Al-Azif?
Let me do this. Trust me.
I trust her.
Please, be my guest, Mother.
Oh, glad I did some trusting.
Well done, Louis. You reacted perfectly.
Yes.
How do you feel, Mother?
Couldn't be better. He's alive, so I can question him after we get back. Pity he's just a middleman. Means I haven't finished with this case.
Oh, I had a feeling you'd be running off on one of your adventures again, Mother. You know what? I'm warning you. This time, I'm coming with you.
No, even though you impress me more and more, I have to do this on my own.
Mother, you're no spring chicken anymore.
Come on, let's go home. And don't forget to send our men to tend to Von Burchard.
At least take the knife.
Well done, Mother. You just had to pick up Von Burchard's trail on your own, didn't you? You ditched me in Paris with no explanation, and off you go to infiltrate one of the world-renowned receptions of this Lord Mortimer? And now he writes me to say that you've gone missing on his private island? Which, by the way, looks more like a big rock than a paradise island.
The bad ones. Ooh.
The least he could do is explain to me how he managed to lose you. In any case, it is time for you to stop all this, Mother. It no longer suits your age. Well, I'm sure I'll find you once again, slogging through the caves beneath the island, searching for some long-lost mystical object that you just can't live without. I'm already hating this trip, and all I've done is think
Contrary
about
to
it.
what one may be able to imagine, it was not the host himself who invited me.
Well now, Duchess, we find ourselves both invited by Sir Horn.
Well, how very amusing. Perhaps we have some common interests, Your Eminence. Is this your first time at one of Lord Mortimer's legendary parties?
Oh no, we have been friends since long ago. But as I'm doing some business with Sir Horn, the invitation came from him.
Well, I simply can't wait for all the festivities to begin.
And you, good sir, what brings you here?
Lord Mortimer asked me to join him. We have some business to take care of.
Oh, how mysterious. You adapt quickly, my son. You get along here like a fish in water. Would you believe that we are all here hoping to solve our personal issues? You'll see.
Right. I doubt that you came here to look for your mother, Your Eminence.
Anyway, consider yourself fortunate, young man, because there are many who dream of simply one day setting foot on this island. and only a very few ever make it. Indeed, I imagine this must be your first time here.
Turn this question back to the Duchess.
And you, Duchess? You seem to be quite accustomed to things here. Am I right?
I do not think that one can ever get accustomed to what Lord Mortimer prepares for his guests. But you are right. This is not the first time I've been on this wharf.
If you've come back again, I imagine you must find it to be of some interest.
Here, everything is possible if you make the right choices. It really is up to you whether you leave better off or not.
Please excuse me if you find me overly curious, young man. I did not mean to cause you any embarrassment. Come, Duchess. They are waiting for us.
We're moving, Monsieur de Richet, if you would like to join us.
I'm coming, Duchess. A cardinal? A duchess? I wonder if all the guests here are this prestigious. If I'd known, I would have gone for a better suit.
Are you all right?
Have you the brainworms?
Mother? Oh shit, your hand!
So,
Okay, it's done.
did you put it in a safe place?
Yes. I made sure no one was following me. Don't worry, Sarah, no one's going to find it.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Right. Just one thing left to do.
No, Mother, no, don't!
What? Have you lost your mind?
There's no other way.
If you kill me, you won't find it.
That is the point, my dear. No one must ever put their hands on it again.
No. But I trusted you.
No, Sarah. Don't. No. No! You can run if you want to, Sarah, but you will pay.
Hugh.
Louis, are you all right? What's going on? Here, take this.
I'm sorry.
Keep it.
Plus one
Are you
napkin.
better?
That's a handkerchief.
I'm fine. Don't worry. It's getting late. Why don't you go on ahead and I'll catch up with you, okay?
Are you sure?
Yes! I'm sorry. I'm sure, yes.
Fine.
I definitely have to find Mother quickly.
Am I going crazy or what?
This can't be real. The Duchess arrived with me. What's happening to me, for God's sake?
Camera,
Perhaps
camera,
we need to
camera.
find you, Mother.
Walkie abouty. Oh, what's this? How do you interact with stuff? Can I run? Can.
Louis, during the trip, I had something I wanted to ask you, but we didn't happen to run into each other.
Yes, Duchess?
I'm not sure if you remember, but we've met before. At that time, you were of two minds as to your choice of career. Tell me, what have you been up to since?
Ooh, what have I been doing? Right, choosing a class defines your basic skills. The other skills will be... so what are those skills? Okay, let's see. Diplomat. Shines in society. Talented speaker. Avoids faux pas. He can convince those with whom he is talking without offending them. Politics is a field of predilection. So my skills are politics, etiquette, linguistics, conviction, and diversion. But I don't know what that means. Can I... Oh, dude, it's deep. Oh no. Oh, God, no, there's a million things to look at. Diplomat unlocks conviction linguistics, blah 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 blah. You have 7 effort points to use for your skills. Your past grants you 1 skill point in manipulation and psychology. Jesus. Divert people's attention, change the subject, avoid questions. What's this do? Unlock dialogue. I think these must all just unlock dialogue options, right? Oh, Christ. Occultist, the master of deception. Convincing the importance of knowledge, he has acquired extensive expertise in science and arts using... Okay, cool. So are these the same trees for each one? And it's just, but you just unlock... Okay. Right, that's not so bad. Is that right? So this version is more sciencey. Up to date with sciencey stuff. Sound, cultural background, rely on knowledge of myths and the occult. Oh, wow, this is this is pretty this is pretty mad. Okay, detective. Excels in investigation, trained to notice everything in the surroundings. This is like your kind of this must be like the Sherlock Holmes type operation. Fully placed elements, unless anything strange in someone's behavior and appearance. Read people's behavior like an open book. Use logical mind. Talents. Use your coordination against... I mean that... I don't know, I feel like detective's gonna be the way to go. Get people to act in your own interest. I have a standard, and read people's behavior like an open book. I have a standard. So I think I'm gonna play as a... yeah, I'll go as a detective. And I'd like to notice stuff. Oh, look at that, you can double up. Okay. I mean, do I want to point and everything? So let's get, alright, I want to be good at reading people. I want to notice stuff. Shit, I don't know. let's pump it all into the same, is that it? Cool, so I can read behavior and I can notice stuff. And I'm good at getting people to do things I want. Let's do this.
Well, over the last few years, I've solved a number of crime cases. Like the chauffeur d'Orgère, for example.
Silence,
Thieves
Microsoft.
that tortured their victims with burning embers.
Charming. How did you catch them?
I told the most cowardly one that the others had given him up.
Ah, and I wager your thief suddenly started to talk.
You wouldn't believe it. He told us everything. The jobs, the stashes, the names of his partners. Couldn't shut him up.
I heard about that case, but I didn't know you were the one who solved it.
I'm flattered that the news made it across the channel. And you've got a darn good memory, Duchess.
Well, they say I have the memory of 2 people. But please call me Emily.
Fine, Emily. Tell me,
Flirty.
I was actually helped on that case by my mother. You wouldn't know her by any chance?
Wait, Louis. We've already met. You do remember me, don't you?
Please excuse me, madam. I'm sure we've met before, but I don't remember where.
I appreciate your honesty, even if it's not very flattering for me.
I imagine that with your beauty, madam, it's the first time a man hasn't remembered your face.
Oh, boo.
Well, I must say, you make up for yourself rather elegantly.
No.
Please stop torturing me. I'm completely at your mercy. Where have we met?
4 years ago, in London,
No. Sorry, I don't remember.
in the office of William Pitt. Remember? No?
Pitt the Younger.
I'm so sorry, Emily, but I really don't remember you.
Let's drop it, Louis. It doesn't matter. Right, time to go to the manor.
Your skills allow you to discover hidden details. Select objects that is most suggestive to the situation in order to discover them. Opportunities do not consume effort points to access the skill. What? Christ. I don't really know what I did.
I'm heading off. Don't get left behind.
Oh, opportunity
coming.
failed. What did I?
don't know
What was I supposed to
where we're
do?
going like this, Emily, but you're connected to my mother one way or another. And if I can believe my vision, you don't have much of a place in her heart.
Man, I wish it kind of told me what I did wrong there. I don't know. You obtain talents for carrying out certain actions. Remember to review their unlock conditions and effects. Review all talents. Cool. Oh, right, cool. So I can like notice this now, right? Ah, royal jelly. Restores 2 effort points. You cannot have more than 5. Sweet, I got some chisel. Is this, so is it, I'm seeing this now because I...
Great, honey.
So I didn't see these things before, maybe because I've got that talent. Cool. The art of knowing people by their... Emily's handkerchief. Can I do anything with this? Oh, this is so much more in depth than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was just going to have to select a few options. Oh god. Oh god. So I'm guessing these are maybe my points down the left-hand side. Oh, who's this masked man?
Good evening, sir. May I ask your name, please?
Louis Moras de Richer.
Monsieur de Richer. Delighted to welcome you among us, sir. You must be Sarah de Richer's son. I must tell you we are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible.
What can you tell me about the disappearance of my mother?
2 weeks have passed since Sir's mother went missing. All the staff here have since been busy searching every nook and cranny of the island. But Sir may rest assured, we shouldn't be long in finding her.
I hear him pretty clearly.
And
through
just
that
what have you
mask.
found so far?
It would seem that Sir's mother may be hiding on the island and regularly changing her location. But no one seems to know why she would find this behavior necessary.
What do you mean?
On several occasions, we have found leftovers of food, a few of her things, or even traces of campsites. The reason why we're searching the wharf again is because lights were spotted there last night.
Where we are now?
Indeed, sir. According to our information, lights were seen in the middle of the night, sir. After verification, none of the guests seem to have left the manor last night. We think that perhaps Sir's mother was here.
Ooh. Your skills give you access to unique choices and actions at the cost of effort points. The higher your skill level, the lower the cost and effort. Okay. So, have you found... So I can say this, but I don't have that skill, right? Oh, but it's difficulty 0.
And did you find anything then?
We discovered a certain amount of damage, sir, on the wooden part of the wharf.
What type of damage?
Broken barrels,
Oh.
mainly. We'll do whatever is necessary to have them rapidly repaired. But quite frankly, I can't imagine what Sir's mother would have been doing with them.
What could Mother have been doing with barrels?
Nevertheless, our search of the wharf hasn't been entirely unsuccessful, though.
What do you mean?
We seem to have found an object that would appear to belong to Sir's mother. A handkerchief. The handkerchief is embroidered with the initials SDR. We came to the conclusion that they are the initials of Sir's mother, Sarah de Richer. I have orders to give it to Lord Mortimer as soon as I see him.
I know my mother. She's not the kind to go for a midnight stroll on the wharf for nothing. I've got to find out what the hell she was doing here.
Where exactly did you find the handkerchief?
On the landing dock, sir. The one you arrived by.
So,
Give me the handkerchief. I'll personally show it to Lord Mortimer.
Well,
I've traveled hard for several days in order to get here.
Yes, but...
Invited by your master.
No.
so oh, I don't know what I'm doing.
Of course, but...
Because my mother went missing right under your nose.
Sir, please.
And having only just arrived, you refused to give me her personal belongings?
Of course not, sir. It was never my intention to contradict, sir. Here you are. I must return now. It is still much to prepare in order to welcome all the guests.
Now I've got 2 hankies.
It is indeed your handkerchief, Mother. You must have come here for a specific reason. I need to know what it is. Let's think. What could she have been doing out here on this wharf?
Aha!
Must be an incredible view from up there. Impossible to set foot on the island without being seen from 300 meters away.
Looks like a bar from an old gate. This miserable old bar has been broken fairly recently. The edges are still clean, and the tip is blackened. Without analysis to the contrary, I put my money on cannon powder. This might just come in handy.
I'm gonna walk around with a rebar in my hand. It's totally normal.
A sack of seeds. It's unopened. No one seems to have used any.
Seeds, eh? Right, what was all this about? Finding things.
Some rope. Apparently no one's touched it for a good long time.
Ah!
Let's see what's hidden inside.
Oh, right. Difficulty level C. So this is... Find a clue. It's going to cost 3 things. That seems a bit pricey, so...
Let's look.
Alright. Let's do this one.
The addressee's in Sao Paulo, Brazil. That reminds me. It's about time the order sent some envoys there. A letter written in an Oriental language.
Oh, cool. So if you'd had, like, linguistics, you could have read it. Cool.
I haven't the slightest idea what it says. It's too badly written, I can't make out the address. The address is 50 Bedford Square, London.
Oh, Christ, there's loads!
Probably a Dutchman. This envelope is meant for the Vatican. This name sounds familiar. Braschi. No. Can't seem to place it.
That's cool. Ugh. I don't know how to do any of these things.
Nope. Doesn't ring a bell. An address in Cairo, Egypt. Mortimer communicates with the whole world, apparently.
Oh, I'm not good at looking at letters. Alright. I think I'm done here. Oh no, wait.
This
This chest might belong to Duchess Hillsborough. Looks like the barrel's been broken for quite some time.
How is that useful information? I'm not really sure if I was... Oh, can I go this way? I'm not really sure if I was supposed to be looking for something here. For clues about Mother. Oh, this must be the broken thingy.
A wooden floorboard.
Wonder where it came from.
Judging by the splinters of the wood, this floorboard has been ripped up. Yet it was in decent condition. I wonder why someone ripped it up. What's the point of doing this? Probably comes from this part of the wharf. The wood is slightly eaten away, of course, but it still would have been fine if it weren't smashed. Locked. I'll never get it open barehanded.
Oh, but I've got an iron bar, my friends. Let's just do some criminal damage. I've only just got here.
Clearly, I'm not much for manual labor. Let's see if I can get it open another way.
Damn. Difficulty 2, agility level 1. So I think I can't do... Can I... That's going to take two thingy-mabobbers. Step back. Is that even something I want to investigate over there? Nah, I'm not going to bother.
Hey, there's something not right about this floorboard. It's different from the rest. Somebody replaced it recently, but looks like it's fixed pretty solidly in place. It's going to be tough to rip it out of here.
Rusty iron bar. Rusty iron bar. Yes!
That does it. Let's see what's hidden inside.
There's a book and also a bag. The Mysterium Cosmographicum. I know that book well. Mother used to read passages from it to me all the time.
And judging from what I can see, it's the same one as hers. For crying out loud, what's happened to you, Mother?
Put that in the old backpack. Manuscripts allows you to educate yourself during the adventure. At the start of the quest, you can choose what to read and gain permanent skill points.
Let's look inside the bag. A little food, a few toiletries, a small key, and some kind of black powder. An iron key completely rusted.
Well, I'm taking that.
You never know. It might be useful. I hope Mother wasn't counting on it. The bottom of the bag is covered in black powder. Shit! Those are definitely my mother's things. I recognize her hairpins. This bag smells of her perfume. A piece of soap. Some oils and her powder puff. What does all this mean?
I'm gonna,
Right, that's enough.
leave it there.
I think I better leave her bag here. If she hid all this, it's because she thought she might need it later.
Yes.
Crying out loud. Why did you hide supplies in the middle of nowhere, Mother? I don't know what's going on here, but you obviously feel like you're in danger.
I'm gonna try the key on this door. Yeah!
There we are.
Sleuth, sleuth, sleuth. Having a sleuth. Sleuthing it up over here. What's this?
pistol case, but it's empty. I don't know if this has anything to do with you, Mother, but if it does, at least now you're armed.
Just like in my vision. And none of it's telling me anything useful.
This wharf is used as storage for a lot of barrels. Uh-huh. What have we here?
It's cannon powder.
It's unusable now. I don't know what the person who left this barrel like this had in mind, but it's a waste. Apparently, someone on this island has gone through a whole lot of trouble to arm themselves. I really must find you, dear Mother, and quickly too.
Amber fragments. You just found an amber fragment. Each time you pick up 4 of them, you increase your maximum effort points by 1. Cool.
A fragment of amber.
A fragment of amber. Well, haven't I found some clues? It's actually kind of, I'm finding it kind of tricky to spot them. Right, let's go this way. It says look for more clues or go to the manor. Does that mean I haven't found all the possible clues, or screw it. Oh.
A lantern. Nothing special.
Nothing special.
Latin inscription. En nessis, mi fili quantilia produncia mundus ergatur.
Oh, means nothing to me.
How did Mortimer manage to build his manor at the top of a rocky outcrop?
My guess, slaves. It's the 1700s.
Impressive.
Ah, my son. I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Sara de Riche, aren't you? You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance. Listen, if it will help, you can always give it to me.
Confrontations. During a confrontation, you have to go through several steps while being as persuasive as possible. Confrontations have consequences in the rest of the story, so do not hesitate to use your skills.
Thank you, my son. I'll bear that in mind. I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally. Would you happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
Never mind, give me your letter. I'll go with yes, Yenir.
Certainly, Your Eminence. Mother got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Right. I shall see her tomorrow.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest regard.
Creepy.
She has rendered great service to the church, and her help is invaluable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
If only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
Very creepy.
That is very commendable. But since we work together on a daily basis, it's surely just an oversight.
Most certainly. You said you work together. What do you do exactly?
Christ. What are we going with here? Let's... secret.
If you know my mother, you will understand that I cannot answer you, Your Eminence. I'm sorry, but...
Do not worry, my son. I perfectly understand, and I expected nothing less from you. Discretion
Oh, yes.
and secrecy are both pillars of the organizations for which we work. You are the worthy son of Sarah.
All the same, it bothers me to see you in a quandary, Your Eminence. Is there any other solution? Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me, and I'll give it to her as soon as I see her.
I hesitate. Up till now, we have always dealt with her in person, and that has always been successful. Do you think I should give it to you?
I'm gonna spend some points.
Only you know that, Your Eminence.
Haha. Each person you meet on the island has their own personality, which makes them vulnerable to certain skills and immune to others. Exploiting their personality is crucial to achieve your personal goals. Skills used against immunities will not succeed and leave you exhausted.
If you're asking me if you can trust me, or if I
Ooh,
can
he's
keep a
vulnerable to
secret, I would
questioning.
answer yes, absolutely.
I understand.
In truth, it all depends on the nature of the contents of your letter.
It is a list of names.
This list must be of extreme importance.
Ah, if only you knew. It's a list of people that your mother must help. Listen to me, my child. If I give you the letter, can you promise me before God that no one other than your mother will read it?
For the last of the conversation, you must convince the person that you're talking to give you a positive answer. If you give a bad answer, the step will repeat itself until you give the right one, or you have no blunders left. Okay, so this is it. Okay, no worries. Okay, so I can't do either of these, so...
I swear by the Almighty God to honor the promise that no one but my mother shall cast her gaze upon your letter.
Good. Listen, let's stop there. I'm going to tell you a secret, Monsieur de Ricci. Your mother and I are organizing the escape of a large number of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of your order available to us by organizing the priests' safe passage across the borders. Even if she does not share all our convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her son. Be it only for her sake. Always respect your name. Here, the letter I spoke of. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her that time is short.
Well played. I'll decide later when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains.
Very creepy. Many clues' names are hidden. Some of them will have an impact on your adventure. Do not hesitate to look at them. So, that's saying definitely look at this thing then. Oh, what is... That's quite the art piece. Bit of a different style, that one. This looks cool. Like this big. It's this Zeus or possibly Neptune? Ah, a guest book.
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch. A biography of the great men.
Take it. Bloody klepto, I'm just pinching everything. Ooh, who's winning? Alright, I want to speak to the Duchess again.
I thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
That's
It's the
bad
least one
chat,
can
mate.
say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence, Cardinal Piaggi. He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simpler.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance. Mr.
Wowzer.
President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr.
Run, bitch!
President.
It's George
Louis
Washington!
Maurras de Richet. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet, and you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you'll forgive my indiscretion?
Football.
At the risk of disappointing you, we weren't conspiring in our corner, sir. His Eminence was simply telling me that he knew my mother and how much he held her in high esteem.
It so happens that Monsieur de Richet's mother is to join us.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Holm, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
Accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Richet, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
I'm gonna drop a bomb.
Lord Mortimer asked me to drop everything and come find my mother, who seems to have disappeared during her stay here. I took the first boat, and here I am.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be, sir. It's not your fault.
Hopefully the
Seriously,
Eminence didn't hear that.
I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Who doesn't know my mother? Oh, right, it's now.
Good lord. Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand Master of the Golden Order. It's the highest distinction of the Order in the United States. It puts him on par with my mother. He must really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit. That's the man from my vision.
An urgent case has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start. Do you know that man?
Sir Gregory Holm, an English aristocrat, very influential. He's also close to Lord Mortimer, so don't be surprised if he acts like he's at home.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I have already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in my vision.
Let's hang out with Washington. Washington.
Let's see what Washington has to say.
Sir, if you don't mind, I shall stay here.
Do exactly as you please, young man.
Louis, thank you for staying. Just like you, when I arrived this morning, I found out that Sarah had gone missing. I know your mother well. Don't worry. Emily is from the English branch of the Golden Order.
And President Washington is in fact the leader of the Order in the United States.
Cool, I already knew that because
I didn't know.
I know
Sorry
I did
to have
know.
made you wait, but I didn't want to speak in front of the others.
You did well. Secrecy and discretion are the pillars of our organization.
If I can help in any way at all, please don't hesitate to ask, my lad. And if you have any other questions, now's the time.
And you, Emily, what do you think of my mother?
I only know her through the Order. The one time we met, we only exchanged a few words in a corridor of Parliament.
And was the exchange courteous or impassioned?
I'm not sure if I understand.
Was there any reason for her to be angry with you?
Under other circumstances, I would slap your face for even asking, but I'll put your lack of tact down to her disappearance. Know that your mother is a woman I would love to work with. Her reputation is entirely deserved. Mr. Washington will be able to tell you more.
Mr. Washington, you seem to be very familiar with my mother.
When did you last speak to her?
Philadelphia, 15 years ago. Sarah often went back and forth between France and the United States.
Yes, I remember those days. I didn't see her too often. Right. Would it be too much if I asked you a few more questions?
Not at all. Go ahead. But I can't promise I'll remember everything.
May I ask, when you saw each other, what did you talk about?
My mother has always been fascinated by strange powers. Did she talk to you about anything like that?
Yes. Her facility for discerning truths from rumor served me well. Such as preventing massacres, like the one at Salem, from happening again. Or convincing people that horsemen cannot ride around without heads. What was it that she used to say now?
Keep an open and logical mind?
Yes, that's it.
Thank you, sir. I was hoping to speak with Lord Mortimer. At least now I have some information, thanks to you.
I repeat, Lord Mortimer is a man of his word. You won't be disappointed. And I am persuaded that your mother's research is his main concern.
I wonder if Mother is still on the island. Could she not have taken a boat and left?
I don't see how. No vessel can moor closer than 200 yards. Not to mention the permanent presence of staff and servants. There is one strange thing, I grant you. This island is barely the size of Delaware, and despite that, no one has been able to locate your mother.
So my mother still must be on the island.
Let's trust Washington.
But I did find a book that belongs to my mother.
Where did you find it?
That's what worries me. I found it hidden on the wharf.
Do you think she was preparing to discreetly leave?
I don't know.
An extremely likely proposition.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Don't worry, Louis. I'm sure nothing bad has happened to her.
Yes, I hope not.
Careful, they're coming back.
Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
Sir Holm, who was that young lady with you?
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President.
Oh, I missed...
She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Get his face.
Just mentioning Elizabeth totally changed Washington's attitude. Looks like he just saw a ghost.
Miss Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence.
Washington looks surprised, but Holmes doesn't seem to see it. I wonder if he's being polite or if he really doesn't see his discomfort.
On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
Ladies, gentlemen, I bid you all good night. Mr. President, Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
You're in the janitor's closet. Get in there.
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Oh man, it's been quite a day. Right, where is my room?
Where is my room? They're just gonna let me wander around? Ho-ho-ho.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Does that mean I can't bust in and be like, so, what's going on? That's my channel plane.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
I wonder if these are pinched bits of artwork. I'm not nearly cultured enough to know. That might be really famous. Because this thing, all the characters I think are sort of real people that they're making this little story around. Which is fun. Ah, Louis de Richet.
Huh, that's me.
Monsieur.
Right.
So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Biaggi's trust. What should I do? Okay, let's see what it contains. Too bad for Biaggi. So, it really is a list of French countrymen. Biaggi wasn't lying. But now it's opened. I better get it to Mother soon.
Oh.
Wow. Nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
Oof, he's got... Well, I mean, getting fingered is basically... I don't know what the significance of this is. Ooh. Carmelite water. Focus state. Your next skill use will cost no effort. Ugh. Cool. I wonder when you pop this stuff.
Saint Jerome and the Angel. Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices.
There's a lot of pictures of like cannibalism on the walls.
Saturn devouring his son. Again? I saw the same theme in the hall.
Yeah, I was right,
I'd like to
right
be a
with you,
son.
man. I'm one step ahead. Keep up.
Saint Francis of Assisi in ecstasy, before superior voices. It always amuses me to see how art gets used for propaganda purposes. The conversion of St. Paul by Caravaggio. It's incredible. It doesn't look like a copy, but I was sure the original was in Rome.
There's not nearly enough nudity for Caravaggio. Ooh, man, I don't have any subterfuge. I'll go out there in a second.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Oh, that's classy stuff. Well, onto the balcony. Cover your modesty, sir. If indeed you are a sir.
Carmelite water.
Well, I'm getting all the loot. Oh man, like if I get a telescope from somewhere, can I do a thing? Collectors.
A Bazant.
Don't know what any of these things are. George Washington! Now, they look nice in this menu. He's a freaky looking dude. Is this my room? Ah, it must be. Oh shit, cool. So, episode 1, Off the Coast of England, success. I had a bunch of successes. I did not find all the clues about my mother in the docks. I could have joined her in the small salon. I could have made an unexpected encounter. Ooh. Zing! Now usually in these kind of games it tells you like how good you did against other people. That'd be handy, because I don't know how well I did. Alright, do I just gangster this stuff like and get better at it, or? So we know Thingamabobber is questioning he was like vulnerable to. So I'm gonna put points in. Vigilance. I like that. That was fun. And then we'll put a point in reading people's behavior. That seemed useful. Manuscript equipped. 1 plus a psychology. That'll give me like max psychology, right? Yeah? Ah, so I'm maxed out. I'm like the king. Skill use is free. I'm all over your psycho.
Your turn? The servants are not very efficient.
Durocher can't be far away. They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted, given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
Yes. Well, in any case, I do thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the search of Durocher's room hasn't turned up any results.
Not yet, no. But we've put her son in there. Perhaps he'll find something.
That might come in handy.
Louis grows impatient at not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
He will meet him tomorrow.
Oh, what a pity to lose a knight at the start of the game. Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Don't worry, Gregory. The game won't disappear. I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Don't trouble yourself. I know my way out.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen. Please forgive me for this late hour.
Is that Napoleon Bonaparte?
And we have much to discuss.
Ah, oui.
One last move?
I don't know my timing for
Don't worry.
history.
Our games always seem
He
to
looks
end
a bit bony.
like this.
Or always start like this. Come, take a seat, my friend.
It is. Oh, Washington's gonna give him the nudge. Biff.
A little nighttime stroll, Mr. President?
There's nothing like it for a good night's sleep.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
The corridors seem quite safe.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle remedy when one can't get to sleep. A very good night to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. And to you too, sir.
man. I'm good at dreaming about what's going on. Ugh.
I'm coming.
Hurry and answer the door. God. Don't make the president wait.
Excuse me. Am I bothering you?
Yes.
I was sleeping.
I need your help.
What's going on?
Do you remember the young lady we spoke of in the hall?
Elizabeth Adams. Home introduced her to us.
Yes. Well, she is the daughter of my friend, the Vice President, John Adams. But she is supposed to be dead.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Fair enough.
I was present at her funeral.
It is disturbing indeed.
Yes. I need to make sure it's her. That's where you come in. I want you to distract Elizabeth while I search her room. And perhaps get my hands on some important information. At least I hope so. Elizabeth is in the small salon. If you hurry, you can still catch her. I just need 10 minutes.
But if my vision is true, there are two men nearby discussing very important issues, and one of them looks much like Mortimer. Washington is very kind, but I came to this island for my mother, not for his ghost stories.
I don't know. Washington could be a powerful ally. I reckon we help Washington.
Count on me, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Keep Elizabeth downstairs as long as possible. She must not return to her room.
Trust me.
According to Washington, Lady Adams is in the small salon. I better hurry.
To the small salon. I don't know where that is. But I'm gonna guess it's downstairs. Ooh. Yum yum yum.
My son. Oh, you are a godsend.
What's the matter, Your Eminence?
I believe Miss Adams may be in danger.
What do you mean?
Do you hear that? She is being manhandled in this small salon.
Ooh.
By whom?
Naughty.
I don't know exactly. A thug, a Frenchman, it seems. By the cut of his cloth, I'd say he's a member of the French Revolutionary Government. You should do something, my son.
I'm going in.
Shit. I was supposed to make sure Adams wouldn't go back to her room. Don't worry, Your Eminence. I'll take care of it. Probably nothing to worry about.
Do you want me to call for help?
Please don't do anything. I'm sure with a little goodwill, everything will work out fine. Don't go and wake up the whole manor, please.
I'll deal with
Thank
this,
you, my
Frenchie.
son. May God watch over you.
Who do you think you are?
Oh, there are multiple paths to reach your objective. Maybe a good idea to think twice.
Me, sir.
If we were in France, I'd have sent you to the guillotine for what you just said.
Please, just let me go back to my room.
Hey, you! Stay out of it! This is none of your business. I'm gonna teach this little slut how to behave.
What the hell's going on?
Huh? I don't think you know who I am.
Stop. I beg you. I didn't mean to. Don't hit me, please, sir.
Shit. If I step in, Adams might just run back to her room. And if I do nothing, yes, Washington will have enough time to search, but this girl's gonna suffer. Damn it, what should I do?
Step in.
Let her go! Huh? Stay out of it, boy!
Shit.
What are you playing at? I told you to mind your own business, boy! If you think you can side with this whore and then just walk away, you're out of your mind. Give me one good reason not to knock you down.
Kinda didn't like the way you were talking to the lady.
Listen, we can sort this out like gentlemen.
No, I don't think so.
You haven't hurt anyone yet, my friend.
No, but I'm about to.
Uh-oh.
Don't think you're getting away with it that easily. I'm sick of all these toffs. If we were in Paris, I'd send you all to the guillotine.
Stop guillotining
and on top
everyone.
Of it all, a woman telling me how I ought to behave? I won't stand for it.
Oh, okay, okay. Wait a minute.
What? Don't tell me you're gonna defend these harlots.
Oh, psychology time.
Women, right? They really do drive us crazy sometimes. I totally understand.
Yeah, and every time they open their mouths, it makes you want to slap them. I
might
get
have a
the
problem,
feeling you're
dude.
trying to put one over on me. If that's the case, you're making a big mistake.
Sorry about that. Look, there's no point in us aggravating each other. Let's both just go our separate ways.
Don't move, we're not done yet. You wanted to be the knight in shining armor and save the damsel in distress. Let's see how brave you are.
I've watched you, and you're shaking. I'm betting you won't fire.
I'm not in the habit of beating Lord Mortimer's guest in his own salon.
Yeah, you are.
Got off
You were
easy
trying
this
to
time,
beat
but
up a
don't
woman
try
like
it
2
again.
seconds ago, you jackass. I didn't think he'd shoot me in the face. I was betting on that. But I may have just got George Washington rumbled. Remember the object.
The brooch Elizabeth was wearing. Huh. She was so frightened she was unaware that she'd lost it.
Yeah, well, it didn't seem to do her much good.
No, I've got a +1 thing up there. Does that mean I take the golden elixir and I get rid of that?
Hey, these look like pages taken from an ancient encyclopedia. Chronicles of the Amber Princes. As I recall, Dorkin was my favorite character.
Good old Dorkin.
There's a pattern with 5 circles on this chest.
So how do I get rid of this +1? Is it the golden elixir I'm supposed to use? Oh, I don't have any. Oh, I've got too much royal jelly. Press 1 to use it. Yum yum yum. Jelly in my belly. How many chess sets do these people have? Alright, should I be rushing back to George Washington? Sorry, George. It's my bad.
Well, did you get time to search the room?
Louis, I only needed 10 minutes. Imagine the scandal if she had found me.
What would you have done in my shoes? She was in the middle of an argument with some angry guy.
10 minutes. I didn't ask for the moon.
Nonetheless, you found what you were looking for, didn't you?
Not everything, but yes. Elizabeth is definitely the daughter of John Adams. We need more information.
You can always go back.
It's too late now.
Oh, I could talk to her. She might trust me after I saved her ass in Nam. Ah, golden elixir.
Golden elixir.
I'll take it. Yum yum yum. Right, let's get rid of that. Yes. Taking it all in. That'll do. Oh man, I pissed off George Washington. This isn't good. Ooh, Devil's Thorn. Let's go see if I can talk to it. No. Good old Boney. elixir. Oh yeah.
That's not the right way.
Oh, I'm looking for the girl's room. I'm sure after having a rude encounter with a dude, she's gonna just let me straight in. Where was her room? Nope. That's me next, so she must be down the end. Oh no, it's Cardinal de Frou-Frou.
Your Eminence, what are you doing here?
I was worried about you, my son. How did it go with Miss Adams?
He's bitten the dust.
Don't worry about that anymore, Your Eminence. I had to step in, but everything's under control.
What an adventure, my son. I am relieved to hear it. You acted as a good Christian. In these troubled times, we need more men of your caliber.
It's nothing, Your Eminence. I did what I had to do. Well, you did the opposite.
Good.
Oh,
Well, thanks
sick
for the
burns,
news.
Louis.
My son, I have another problem. I wanted to speak to you about something important. Do you still have my letter on you? The one I gave you?
I
in
sure
Rome?
don't.
Why do you ask?
I have a name to add to it.
Oh no! I can't lie. I can't lie.
Here it is.
You opened it.
Don't worry about that, Your Eminence.
You gave me your word before God.
I can assure you that my mother and I share everything.
That's enough. Your word is worthless. I give your mother this letter myself.
Shit, I blew it with the church. De Frou-Frou, I'm sorry.
Signor, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi. Louis, you're straying from your objective.
No, I want to talk to Adams. Damn it. Oh well, I guess I have to go back to my room.
I'm exhausted. I better go to bed. I'll search my room tomorrow. If Mother stayed here right before me, you never know. And Mortimer had better show up.
That looks a bit Dante. Oh man, I did a million things. Million things bad. I found a talisman. I failed to detain her. Ding. What's the point of putting more points in? I thought I'd like maxed it. Skill use is free. That seems like a good move, right? I feel like I need some subterfuge. Level 1. It's gonna come in handy for doing some lying to people. Okay.
All right. In my vision yesterday, I saw that Mother had this room before me. I better search the room. Who knows? Maybe she left me something behind.
Maybe. What manuscript would I like for the day? need to find all the pages of the encyclopedia. Well, let's keep that. That's good.
Last Judgment. Why do I always get the most terrifying room? Writing material.
Sleuth.
From what I
Sleuth.
see, no
Sleuth.
ink's ever been used on this quill. The smell reminds me of something. It smells like lemon. That's odd.
Ah, the lemon pen.
The incredulity of St. Thomas. Why is Caravaggio representing St. Thomas putting his finger in the wound? Thomas looks on but doesn't touch.
Doesn't mean much to me, mate. I don't know much about Caravaggio. Ooh, golden elixir.
Devil's Thorn.
Oh, Devil's
I'll
Thorn.
keep it.
I will keep it.
The torture of Ixion, condemned by the gods to lose his mind because of his arrogance. Nothing. Nothing.
What's this? Can't pick it up. Too much jelly in my belly.
I haven't even had time to unpack my cases.
Dear Monsieur de Richet, please excuse me, but I am unable to join you at present. However, rest assured that we are doing all we can to resolve the case that concerns us. By the way, enclosed, you will find a key that will enable you to retrieve the personal effects your mother left behind.
Aha.
Dear Monsieur de Richet.
Yes, I'd like to pick up that key. Circle-shaped key.
I haven't even had time to unpack my
whoops.
cases.
Now, where's Mother's things? Perhaps in here. Haha,
Golden elixir.
got my subterfuge on now.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer is giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Very jolly.
Nothing here. I wouldn't mind a nice, strong coffee, though.
Ooh, what's that by the skirting board? No, down here.
Look. Markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage. Oh, this bookcase is well stocked. Oh, this book has been put back the wrong way round. A Voyage Around the World. The travelogue of the explorer, Louis-Antoine de Bougainville. One of Mother's favorite books. What a coincidence. And I don't believe in coincidences. It's just too much. I don't know what's going on here, but if you felt threatened, I'll bet you'd leave a clue, wouldn't you, Mother? Found it. A faint sign of the Order, barely visible. Mother, you undoubtedly must have hidden a clue in this book.
Oh, Mother.
Let's see if I can find anything else in this room.
Oh, look. I've got some vigilance.
The paper's rougher around the writing. The paper's moist here. Very light stain, barely visible. And the smell reminds me of something.
Is it lemon?
Come on, Louis, think. Think.
Oh, I'm
Let's
deducing.
recap.
I'm deducing.
My mother was in this room. I found a rare edition of her favorite book. She must have left something behind. She applied a liquid to the book. She must have used the writing materials. The quill has been used, but not with regular ink. A message using invisible ink. I bet she used a lemon to leave a message. Now, how do I reveal the message?
How do I reveal the message? And you throw ash on things to reveal messages.
Damn, I'm making a serious mess here. It's no good. It might have worked if the writing had left marks in the paper, but no. There's only traces of lemon. Luckily, I've only put ash on part of the message.
Oh, I wonder if I've like cocked that up now. That's cool if I have, because like it just means you can't do what I was doing, which is just click on everything and hope for the best.
Nothing here. I wouldn't mind if Saint Jerome and the Angel. There's a circle around the lock here. Must be the trunk Mortimer was talking about. The key should open it. There's a note. Effects of Sœur de Richer, to be given to her son, Louis. I should probably take it. I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
Amber fragments. How am I gonna read the book? Candle. Assess value of candlestick. Why would I do that? Screw it, let's do it.
If a message is written in lemon juice, the flame will reveal it.
I've got a candle in my pockets right now. Is there jelly in here?
Saint Jerome is all right. I've
Jelly in
retrieved
the belly.
everything.
I'm gonna have to say that every time, apparently. Alright, let's burn this book to shreds.
Aha! It's working! The heat reveals the message. Let's see what my mother wrote. Where all eyes size you up, you must pass by the Gorgon. Gorgon was the name of Medusa in Greek mythology. On the other hand, where all eyes size you up, I don't get it. And judging by the number of paintings in the manor, could be anywhere. Damn! The message continues, but thanks to me, the rest of the text is unreadable. Great. I hope it wasn't a unique edition or Mother's gonna kill me. Now I better hurry and find that damn Medusa.
Damn, if only I hadn't ashed it up.
Sir, dinner is served in the red salon.
Typical.
I'm not hungry. Please give my apologies to all the guests.
Sir Holm requests your presence, sir.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to wait before going and looking for my Medusa.
Tell him I'll be there in a minute.
Member of the Order. Ooh. Oh, cool. So I've gained stuff by actually doing well. Go to the red salon on the first floor. Okay. Guess it's this way.
When I get a chance, I may have to take a little tour through the rooms of the other guests. Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
It's not gonna let me in there, is it? Ah, Washington's room.
Let no one disturb me. I'm busy.
Too bad. I'll see him later.
Come that didn't work when I said it.
That's the door to Elizabeth's room.
Let's try it.
For God's sakes, what happened in here?
Looks a bit occulty.
A chest with a half-circle pattern.
This place is a mess. Check it for semen.
An untutored hand copied these notes. Looks like a healing method. Well, that's a pity. The writing is barely legible. Looks like I found a box containing some kind of white crystals.
Nah, I'm not gonna just eat some crystals I found. That's weird. Ah, crystals. Nom 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 nom.
June 11th, 1791. My dear Elizabeth, your last letter gave me much cause for concern. Your words were so cold, as if emotions no longer matter to you. Father maintains that the secondary effects of your treatment still trouble you, but that they will soon subside. Should I believe him? I cling to the belief that we shall soon see each other again, at long last. Right soon. Your loving sister, Abigail.
Ah, so is it something like...
Don't forget to tell me what present you want.
The daughter's a mental case or something up with her, so she's been sent away because she couldn't embarrass the...
August 24th, 1792.
Deputy
Elizabeth, I'm driven to despair and doubt there is any point in writing to you. I'm not even sure you'll receive my letters.
Which the word is Vice
Father
President,
controls
obviously.
my correspondence
Deputy
more
President.
and more. I am certain he filters our exchanges. Thankfully, one of the chambermaids is able to help me get my letters to you. But they still remain unanswered. I often think about you and pray every day to be able to hold you tight. We have so much time to make up. I beg you, answer me, please. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. That horrible woman came again yesterday. She spent a long time speaking with Father. I didn't understand everything because they spoke in French, but I'm sure they were talking about you. A novel of the initiation of a young woman into polite society.
What was that? Discovered immunity? What character? How do I look at the other characters? Traits, talents, inventory, journal, Adams. Oh, she's immune to psychology. That's the thing I'm good at. Shit. Great. The thing I've pumped all my points in there.
The Greek drachma. One of the rare ancient coins to be mentioned both in the Bible and in the Quran.
Ooh, Quran. What's this?
My dear Elizabeth, I'm writing to inform you of some unfortunate news. We won't be able to meet as planned on the first Sunday of May. I've been told that you're no better, and, unfortunately, your brothers and I are absolutely snowed under by the work required to govern this new country. Please excuse us. As soon as we can get free, even if it's just for a day, I promise we shall come and see you. Your loving father, John Adams. P.S. Don't hold it against your mother. She still isn't ready. Please don't judge her. I'm sure you'll be able to put all of this behind you one day.
Oh, this is clearly interesting. Why can't I? I'm not occulty enough to know about such things. Human psychology, what a ball ache. Okay. My work here is done. Where is the place I was supposed to go? Boney. I thought it said put the red cell on the first floor. Surely I'm on the first floor. It's the stairs up, so can't be that way. Devil's Thorn. Oh, I'm on the second floor according to this. I thought it was on the first.
Excuse me, Monsieur de Richet. I really need to talk to you.
Is this about last night?
No, that was just a misunderstanding. I'm sure it was a little bit my fault too.
There's no excuse for that man's horrible behavior. You ought to tell Sir Home.
Look, the only thing that I care about is that I've lost something precious. I'm not worried about Jacques Peru.
Oh, yeah, let's...
You didn't happen to lose this, did you?
Where did you find it?
In the small salon.
It's the only reminder I have of my beloved sister. I thought that swine stole it from me. You're her son. Sarah de Richet's son.
Yes, why?
Last night, I found out that your mother was on the island. What are you doing here?
Excuse me, but speaking frankly, why would you care?
I know your mother very well.
Really?
Yes, I have been in your mother's care ever since I was born.
She nursed you.
Oh, I wouldn't say nursed. No, I remember her stare, cold as ice. Her sadistic hands pressing over my mouth to silence me while I screamed in pain. I remember her knees, too. She held me down with them while she cut and burned scars into me.
Hold on a minute. What do you mean?
You can ask her when you see her.
Huh, she's getting more and more agitated. And next you're gonna tell me my mother's also responsible for that scar on your head?
My heart stopped twice during the operation. I lost my memory for 6 months. You obviously have no idea of the abuse your mother inflicted on me.
Wait. There must be some kind of mistake.
My only mistake was ever meeting your mother.
She's able to describe every detail without hesitation or getting flustered. It's becoming difficult not to believe the poor girl.
Look, I've got to go.
Wait. I need to know more about you and my mother. Why did she put you through all of that? There must be some reason for what she did.
Don't use psychology.
What's the point of rubbing salt in the wounds?
Soft approach.
You're right. I don't want this conversation to turn into an interrogation. You've suffered enough already. I respect your silence.
You're in trouble now.
Please excuse me.
Well, thank you. I know your little game. You're no different from the rest of them. You couldn't give a damn about me. The only thing you're interested in is finding out about your mother.
Don't say that. Not everyone wants to use you.
But I do.
Some people care about you, don't they?
I'm gonna go with sister.
Haven't you got a sister?
Yes.
I'm sure she loves you with all her heart.
She's the only one who cares about me. I would have put an end to it all by now if it weren't for her. Since you insist...
Pate in my hands.
Thanks for trusting me.
You see, before I was born, my mother often suffered from hallucinations and fits of anger. Soon people could barely recognize her. She became a completely different person. So my father spent an enormous amount of money paying for the best doctors, but none of them were able to cure her. The last resort was to call a priest.
So, is that what your father did?
No. He went to an expert in the occult.
Ah, my mother.
Her reputation already extended beyond our borders. My mother's fits stopped at my birth, and Sarah de Richet concluded that the evil had passed into me. Not only did it encourage her to stay, but she took the opportunity to advise my father to separate me from the rest of my family. That's how I was declared stillborn. My fate was decided that very day.
It would coincide with my mother's frequent trips to America.
I had my first fit when I was 3. That's when your mother began her
Bloodshot Eye is freaking me out.
experiments to rid me of the evil inside.
I understand how you feel, but I know my mother. I'm sure she had her reasons, even if it seems difficult to believe.
Everything she put me through was all for nothing. My whole life was ruined for nothing.
So what brings you here then?
My father used to know Sir Holm. He offered to introduce me to the world's leading authority in the occult.
Lord Mortimer.
He was my last hope. Until I found out he had also invited your mother.
It's got to be a coincidence. I don't believe for a second she's come here for you.
You can't change my mind about this, Louis. My days are numbered, and I know it.
That painting's amazing. Let's go talk to the butler. It's always the butler. Butler did it.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service, day and night, sir.
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
Got any amber?
My good fellow, would you have any amber available?
I would, but unfortunately, I
have
don't
any?
think I am authorized to give it out, sir.
Condoms.
I believe it is a
and
precious
wine.
stone.
And pills. Oh dear. I'm tired of this man. Let's go to the salon. Oh, I should have. Yeah. Could do that during times of need. Oh, look at this. Banqueting breakfast table.
Dear friends, I bid you welcome.
Bet it's windy.
I hope the night was not too short. Your Eminence, Duchess, Monsieur de Richet, allow me to introduce our new guests. They arrived during the night. Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs and close aide of Frederick William II, King of Prussia. Napoleon Bonaparte, Lieutenant of the French Revolutionary Army. And Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. Unfortunately, my friends, Lord Mortimer will not be joining us this morning, but he should be with us later. So, let us begin.
What is Mortimer playing at? He tells me to come urgently and he sends no one to meet me?
Thank you again for the wine, Your Eminence. It is served every day at the king's table.
I am delighted to hear it.
Volner and Piaggi seem to be getting along well.
My dear Johann, how are you?
Glad to make landfall at last. And yourself?
Very well.
And your husband?
He's poorly. The French Revolution gives him terrible headaches.
Oh, I understand. I shall feel better too, as soon as the situation is settled.
If by chance the French crisis is emulated in Berlin, there will always be a refuge for you in London, my dear.
Your offer does you honor, Emily. But London is much closer to Paris than Berlin. Beware. The French are capable of sailing up the Thames straight to the Houses of Parliament.
Oh, my friend, I am shaking in my clogs.
Racist.
Is the wine to your liking?
Very much so, Sir Gregory.
I don't know
Such
anything.
Complexity, typically French.
I'm a total
A
pleb at the
surprise, isn't
table.
it?
Absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken, this is not Lord Mortimer's favorite wine. It is yours.
In his absence, I've taken the liberty of making a slight deviation from the rule, but I count on your discretion.
Don't worry, I appreciate the same grape varieties as you. I remember the last time we tasted that nectar here at this table. The finest minds of the century were present.
And the last time we drank it, the orphanage in Bloomsbury was still in ruins.
Would you repeat that?
Oh, well, I put some small effort into the works. The orphanage reopened just before Christmas. The bedrooms, washrooms, and the classrooms had all been refurbished.
I don't know what to say. You have given the girls a wonderful Christmas gift. Thank you.
I made a promise. Now it is done.
Oh, quick! Figure things out.
It's the first time I've ever seen her so moved. Just mentioning that orphanage broke right through Emily's hard shell.
Oh, she's vulnerable to psychology.
Yes, thank you.
Guess who's
I had a moment
psychology?
of absence, but here I am again.
Washington's my pal.
What do you think of Volner?
Many believe he is the real leader of Prussia. A charming man, but with an iron fist and a velvet glove. I also know he's famous for his love of the hunt, in all its forms.
Please, go ahead. What do you want to know?
Have you any information on this Napoleon?
He's certainly well connected and in high places.
Surprising. No one appears to know him.
Not really.
No one knows me, and yet here I am.
Quite so.
Monsieur de Richet, it would seem we have common interests. Could we speak in private, please?
Yes, I heard that you...
Ah, Bonaparte. Don't go to Waterloo.
Lord Mortimer and the Golden Order, through your mother, have concluded a financial agreement.
Stay composed, Louis. I'm listening.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother. You must know that I am deeply sorry about their disappearance, but I must validate the deal urgently if I want to be able to organize things properly.
I haven't seen Lord Mortimer yet. I'm afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you could replace your mother during her absence.
I appreciate his confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
Of course, but I need to know if I can count you among my allies.
Well, of course.
And for that, I have a little question for you.
Ooh.
The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannons.
It is remarkable.
I can't agree to such a deal.
Surely such an amount will buy twice as many cannons. Don't try to pull a fast one on me. We're both young, but we are not naive.
Please don't be offended. I just wanted to make sure you knew what you were talking about. And I am reassured.
Oh, yes, nailed it.
I have one last question I would like to pose to you. We don't know each other yet, you and I. And I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. Given the hard times that have befallen our beautiful country, what do you think it would take to restore its luster?
Or cheese. Oh. France needs a leader is what I would have wanted.
Let the people make their own choices.
You are joking, I hope. The people are simply not capable of taking charge, don't you see? They are an uneducated mob who react on the spur of the moment, incapable of providing a coherent vision for the good of the country.
Counter-revolution. Boney in charge.
The revolution was a good thing, but it gave birth to a monster. We must overthrow the new system in place.
Ah, you are right. Monsieur de Richet, I am reassured. I am very happy to have met you. Lord Mortimer was right to put his trust in you. I hope to work with you in the very near future. I would like to thank you for your support by offering you this humble little gift.
Reflections on the Revolution in France.
Monsieur Bonaparte, I thank you for this gesture, and please know that I, too, am delighted to have met you.
My friends, I would like to say a few words, please. I would like to thank Lord Mortimer, and you, Sir Holm, for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here, like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the rest, I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a few surprising projects to propose. But I can assure you that each and every one of us has always benefited from them. The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is eminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present. So I raise my glass in honor of you all, my new and old friends.
I trust you shall not be disappointed, Mr. Washington. Right, we shall meet again tomorrow. All the guests will be present, as well as Lord Mortimer, I hope. Until then, I trust you will find plenty to keep you amused.
There's butterflies everywhere. Oh, I could have searched Boney's room. I thought it wasn't going to let me in. Dirtied up a part. Sing. Right, so I feel like get that up to level. So I've got that level 1 now. Questioning, get that on the game. Level 2. I've got another point. Conviction. Etiquette, I messed that up a lot. That seems useful.
Alright, let's recap. Before dinner, I was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up.
Jesus. 1 point to etiquette, 1 point to politics. Science seems like a cool one to have. No. Cool, okay. I think that seems like a nice point to stop. Yeah, this has been kind of fun so far. Like, I'm not too sure about the replayability at the moment though, because it tells you immediately like what you missed, which is a bit weird because then now you know to do that next time. This is a bit odd. Anyway, how do you... is it saved? I assume it just auto-saves. So I'll just quit. Yes, I think I just quit. Right, okay. Oh well, join us next time for I go looking for a painting or something, or whatever it is. Alright, thanks for watching guys, catch you later.